Alright guys, so we are going to be doing a, just a random, hold on, let me make sure the chat is working. Hey, what's going on, everyone in the chat? Pedro, Art Dose, what's going on? Game Freak, Nap, and Black Rose. So we don't really have anything scheduled like specifically for today. I'm just gonna be practicing a little bit, and I need to get a video up today. So hey, I may as well draw and practice with you guys. So that's what's gonna be happening during this stream. So it's gonna be a very chill Q&A type of thing. I'm just gonna be here to sketch and hang out with you guys. Is it Ibra? I don't know if I'll remember that. I'll try. All right. So what's going on, everyone? Believe it or not, I haven't really studied the skull that much. I've done it in passing, but never really actively studied it. Oh, Netherlands. Well, thank you for dropping by. Oh, Pedro, I'm actually I'm actually dual streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. For those of you who don't know, I'm if you're in the Twitch chat right now, I'm looking at the YouTube chat. The Twitch chat is usually really dead, that's why I don't really go to it. Oh, my headset's low. That sucks. But no, I'm dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch right now. I have a bit of a fever right now. Well, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, but no. Can I do an animal? I don't really practice animals. It is something that that I do need to study, but it's just nothing that I really involve myself in. So I'll admit that's a weakness of mine just because I don't do it. But you want me to do an animal? Let me pull up a. Let me see if I could pull up a reference picture. Actually, I said I was gonna do finish skulls today. I'm part of a group, and we're supposed to have an X amount of skulls done today, so might have to just do that. No, I'm like I said, Pedro. I'm dual streaming, so I'm streaming. I am streaming on Twitch right now, but nobody's ever there. So, I mean, I'm gonna continue streaming there. Just, I mean, why not? If I could do them both at the same time, but at the same time, nobody ever drops in on my live streams there. So, fictional animals, I guess. Yeah. What's up, Fireblade? Yeah, where the teeth meet, it's almost like a bottle cap, like a Coke bottle cap. I can never get the shape of the mandible right. Like that? I do find your name hard to say. That's why I'm not saying it. Because I know I'm going to get it wrong. Yeah, no, I'm having a bit of a fever. How do you get confident enough to draw with your pens right away? You just do it a lot. Who keeps calling me? I don't know that phone number, so I shall not answer it. You just, I don't know, like, this is just practicing. Why should you care if it looks ugly or not? Like, um, when you're doing it with a pen, you really shouldn't care how it looks. So why would it be hard? Must be some. Oh, over there. I should. You know what? I'm very bad at social media. Hold on. I need to turn off my music. I can't focus when I have my music going. All right. One question at a time. So, okay. The first question is, Chris, what exactly is your job? You said you get hired by someone. Well, I work conventions like anime and comic book conventions on the weekends. Almost every weekend. I think in the past 2 years I've done in a little over 2 years I've done 88 conventions. Might be 89. I can't remember. High 80s, 80 in the high 80s. during the weekdays, I take commission work. But usually, even if I didn't take commission work, oh shit, no! I got ink on my favorite jacket. I got my favorite ink on my favorite jacket. Even if I didn't take commission work during the week, I make enough money at these conventions so I can just do this full time. If I wanted to, if I really wanted to, I could just work conventions on the weekends and do shit during the week. Like I could seriously do that if I wanted to. But that's not me. So my I would say my main job, since it's my main source of income, is conventions. Then I have money from YouTube. Then I get commissions during the week. I have my online store. So I am a full-time artist. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah, so I am a full-time artist. It's rough. Not really. Did you know that I can move your left ear on its own? Pedro, if I need any help setting up Twitch, oh yeah, I can, well, I mean, I have all my buttons and stuff on Twitch. I haven't really been super active on it. The only time I'm active is when I'm dual streaming here. But every time I jump to the Twitch chat, nobody's ever there. So it's like, why am I gonna... Versus, like, I get a lot of people here on YouTube. So I hop back and forth, but still nobody's there. So, I mean, I am uploading there. I'm streaming there. I'm just not getting any traction. That's fine for now. It doesn't bother me. Even YouTube, I don't get a lot of traction. Like, it's just not... I don't know. I'm just not good with social media. Nothing, like, my Instagram doesn't have a lot of traction. Nothing I do really... It's a funny thing. I was talking about this with another artist this past weekend about social media and traction, and I don't really get a lot of traction on my social media, but I guarantee I'm making more money than like 90% of the artists in the artist alley. And a lot of them are more popular, quote, than I am. So the question is, what value does... Well, I know the value, but it's like... The question then becomes like... While it's important, is it necessary to like have a huge following? I know it's important to your longevity as an artist to have like a big online following, but I seem to be doing just fine. None of my shit gets any traction. You have to head out? Well, thank you. Thanks for dropping by, yeah. What's up, Justice? What's going on, man? I'm sick. I'm so sick right now. Like, my head hurts, my eyeballs hurt. Yeah, it sucks. But I'm sick, so what are you gonna do? Is today Thursday already? But yeah, so I was talking with another artist this past weekend about social media. Because I'm not very good at social. Like that's just real talk. Like nothing I do gains a lot of traction online, other than I would say the thing that has caught the most traction is my Pokemon drawing, and that's only because you have no choice. Like that kind of project, that hero project, is like inescapable. You know what I mean? Like, of course that's gonna get traction. But I mean, on the day to day, anyone can make a viral video, and that's not like a big deal. I'm talking on the day to day, the shit that matters. Nothing I really do catches traction, and but somehow I'm able to do this full time as a living when a lot of other people can't. So it's just I don't know, this interesting conversation we had about the value of having a big social media following. Like there's value to that, but is it necessary? No, no, no. That's what I mean. Like, I cat. When I say catches traction, I mean, um, how do I explain this? Like I've been like, okay, you guys came in, and I'm not gonna like. Let's be real. A majority of you came here from the Pokemon thing, right? Which is totally cool. I'm down with that. Um, but I mean, like on the day to day, like the things that I do and upload and share and stuff. The only people who see it are you guys, right? And that's fine with me. I kind of, it would kind of get annoying if I got a whole bunch of people following me, but it's just like, it's just, how do you say it? How do you say it? It's, how do we say it? It's just, we had trouble trying to figure out why certain channels grow and why certain other channels don't. Like, it's inexplainable how some channels, as we're talking about art channels, how some art channels with mediocre artwork at best. I'm not saying I'm the greatest. I'm saying there's a lot of artists out there who are completely unskilled, and that's fine. To each their own. But how their videos are able to catch fire on a consistent basis, like 2,000 views per kind of thing, with a 3,000 sub. So that's like, there's someone, say someone has like 4,000 subs, but each of their drawing videos are getting like 1,000 views a piece. So that's 1,000 views for 4,000 subscribers. That's a high ratio, right? And if you study like the tags that they use and the things that they like, the tags they use in the video and the kind of thing that they're drawing and the quality of the work, if you take that into account and then you go to somebody else's channel who drew the exact same thing, maybe higher quality and using like similar tags, but that one has considerably less views, and we were just like trying to figure out like what causes that, and we just couldn't fucking figure it out. We were sitting there going through YouTube videos, and we just because I went out to dinner with a group of artists a while ago, and it was just, I was sitting there and I was just, anyway. What's up, Jammer? Well, I appreciate everyone who came through for whatever reason you came through for. That's but no, that's what we were talking about. We just couldn't figure out what causes certain artists to pop and other ones not to. You know what I mean? Everyone uses similar tags. The formula of speed paints is essentially the same thing, right? You speed it up, you either narrate over it, or you just speed it up and put on some good music, and it's just YouTube algorithm. Yeah, okay. So Game Freak, you don't remember why? I give you plenty of reasons to unsubscribe. No. I talk like I'm a crazy person when I am, but no, yeah. So the YouTube algorithm, So, but then, even then, apparent like you know the YouTube algorithm promotes daily uploads, right? And I've been doing daily uploads just for a few weeks. Numbers have slowly gone up with views, but not considerable. But there are still channels. Let me think of one. Let me think of one. Lethal Chris. He has gained a lot of traction, and I think it's because he has a really nice accent. But he uploads once a week, and it's just like he uses the same tags. Like I've studied his tags with his drawings, and I'm like, okay, so I'll release something. I'll put the exact same style of tags, not just words, but like phrases, and it's just like what causes one. No, you're good, Spinda. You're good. You don't have bad. Yeah, if you didn't say anything, Spinda, I wouldn't have even noticed. Uh, they find mediocre art relatable. Maybe, but I don't. That's a good way to look at it. I never, didn't really think about that, but maybe that could be it. Um, but it's been a few years now, and it's just like, though the algorithm does change, I can't really figure it out on my own. And I I used to spend so much time on like YouTube's, like Roberto Blake's channel and video creators channel, and it's like, anyway, not obsessing over it. It was just a topic that came up, and we just couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on. Like, some people prefer longer videos, shorter ones. Most people like short videos for the amount of time, not up a well. I think I subscribe to you because drawing all. That's true. Drawing channels are not the hottest thing on YouTube. We don't even have a section when you upload a video. If you guys don't upload videos, if you upload a video, you could put it into like a category. There's not even an art category after all this time. There's still not an art category. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Or how to. Yeah, that's where I put mine. Uh oh. Can't draw the peen. Because then we'll get in trouble. Drama with animation channels. What do you mean? Oops. Stop. Oh, we're supposed to be drawing the head. That's right. Well, almost drew a head. You know what I'm saying? Nah, alright, anyway, enough of the YouTube talk, because that shit is annoying, and Every time I start getting sucked into all that, I start getting all like, oh, big drama. Or you could still make animation. Don't let the potential of drama prevent you from making animation. You serious? Come on now. But anyway. So you guys have seen my Artist Alley vlogs. Is there anything you guys would you want me to talk about in those? Like, am I missing something in there? Like, topic-wise about conventions? Is there stuff that you want to see? How do you animate with something not built for it, like PowerPoint? I don't know. I've only animated with Photoshop and Flash. Oops. Yeah. Do you ever do sightseeing at night after the convention? In the different areas I visit, do a vlog of the areas as well. Go sightseeing, right? Like turn it like show some life, like show that I have a life. You know what? I do get asked that a lot. By like my family and my friends. They're just like, so what'd you go do in like fucking Portland? And I was like, after the show, I went back to my room. I drew for a little bit. I edited my vlog, and then I fell asleep. That's what I did. And I know it's actually, it is, isn't it a bit of a waste, right? Because somebody said, the person who does my prints, they know that I travel a lot, and they said working like that is good, but when you get older, you're gonna regret not looking around and seeing all these places when you were young. That's what she told me. She's all like, you're gonna fucking regret that you're not taking time out of each of these trips to go walk around for a night and just explore. So the question is, you started drawing faces and characters recently. You draw animals and landscapes usually. I like landscapes. I don't like animals. Do I have any advice for you? Um, on drawing characters and faces? Um, just like, okay, like I told you, I haven't studied the skull a lot. Like, it's just something that I avoided because I didn't want to do it, which is bad. Don't do that. But really the thing that got me really thinking about, and I'm gonna bring this up again, was when I went to that Kim Jong-gi lecture, and they said that it's so important to know like the skull above all else. They spend 6 months. Those Super Annie students spend 6 months on the head, just learning how to draw the skull in every angle. So, when it comes to faces, ever since I started practicing the skull stuff a few weeks ago, it's really improved. Um, just where I place everything has improved. So if you're having trouble drawing humans or faces or humanoids, practice the skull and then practice your proportions in where's my book? The book I keep with me all the time. This is a Figure Drawing for All It's Worth by Andrew Loomis. I really, really like this book. It is, like, in my opinion, one of the, not the, but one of the best basic body books to start with. I carry this with me everywhere I go. I'm gonna check the chat. Exploring new towns and areas can give you inspirations. Yes, you are correct. It could. Hey, Chespin, how's it going? But yeah, yeah, I know I should spend more time going out. I'm just always like, oh, if I go out and have fun, then I should feel guilty because I should be working right now. That's legitimately how I feel. Like, I have a fucking fever right now. Like, it's not a cold, I have a fucking fever right now. Like, my eyeballs hurt. But if I... this is out of ink. So, but if I took time off, I'd feel really guilty. And whoops, that's not right. Yeah, like I was in Reno last weekend for SnafuCon, and then I went out to dinner with a bunch of artists because I was like, you know, I'm gonna take the night off. I felt so fucking guilty afterwards. I'm like, I could have edited the vlog, I could have worked on this commission, I could have done something, but instead I chose to go out and like fucking socialize. You know what I mean? Now that's fine, like if you're a young person and you have a lot of time, but I've wasted so much of my 20s just dicking around, and I'm just like, I can't fucking waste any more time. Like, I has to be work. It has to be work all the time. Can I draw hands in different positions? I'm very bad at it. I'm very bad at hands, in case you're wondering. Like, I'm not gonna hide it. I know how to draw hands in certain positions, like the fist, or the common positions. I could draw it in like the fist, or like waving at you, or stagnant. You know, the most common positions that you would draw a hand in. But I still need to use a reference when I'm drawing it in like if they're doing something that I'm unfamiliar with. I can't just, yeah. I still have trouble with that. Let me see. Oh yeah, Figure Drawing for All It's Worth, and somebody wrote the name in there by Andrew Loomis. Yeah, like okay, let's see. This is how I draw my hands. Don't judge me. I know that there's the curve right there, and then your one joint right there. Then you got gross ass skin right here, and this kind of tapers down a little bit. Then you have your triple joints, one, two, well, double joint. That's kind of how I structure all my hands. But don't get it twisted. I am not fluent with it. Yeah, everyone uses some kind of reference. Like, anyone who says that they don't is a fucking liar. Like, even Adam Hughes. If you guys don't know who Adam Hughes is, he specifically says he walks around with, he specifically said he walks around with a, reference, drawings of, Alphonse Mucha, because that's the style he likes to draw in. So he openly said he carries that stuff with him. Someone like fucking Adam Hughes is a fucking master. He still carries reference with him. So, I mean, that's fine, whatever. Is that the Tombow brush pen? Yes, this is the Tombow brush pen. It's the, what was it? Starts with an F. You could just look up Tombow calligraphy pen, and you should be able to find the one I'm using it. Yeah, that works too. You want to draw the silhouette of the hand using negative space. Oh, that didn't work out. Ignore that. I can't do that. Do I have any tips for drawing eyes? Not, well, I mean, tips for drawing eyes. It's another one of those things where you want to understand that, like, the skull, whoops, that it like, caves into the skull. You know what I mean? Like, the eyeball is in there. Okay? It's like sitting inside, like, a hole. Alright? So then you just apply skin over that. And then once you, for me anyway, once I started really thinking about the eyeball as like a ball, and you're just throwing skin on top of it, then it made things a lot easier to like actualize when I try and draw it. Because now, like, if you don't understand that it's a fucking sphere, then you're just like pasting on an eyeball, you right? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. So just remember that it's a sphere. It's a ball, and it's inside of the skull, and then there's a flap of skin placed on top of it. And then the top and the bottom will always touch the lids. The only time it's ever like this is if somebody's like pissed or they're high or something. Like if there's this much white around it on the bottom part, is because there's something wrong with them. You know what, Ian? That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But no, I mean, I get you want to ask how I like to think about it. So with eyes, that's really all there is. You just remember that it's a ball inside of a socket, right? And then there's like stuff around the socket. There's like bone and stuff around it. And then under the eye, you're always going to have it underneath the eyeball. Like, here's the skin, right? And then here's the eyebrow. Underneath the eye, you're always going to have a little bulge right here. I don't know if you can see that. I have to draw bigger. Hold on. So there's your eyeball, right? Here's the skin that's on top of the eye. And then it does go up a little bit where the eyebrow is. So it's always going to be a little bit of shade right here. When you shade it in, it's going to be dark, usually in this area. And then it puffs up, so the nose is over here. It's going to puff out a little bit on this side when it gets closer to the temple. And then down here is something that a lot of people don't like to draw. There's a little puff underneath here, under your eyeball. There's always a little puff. Doesn't matter who you are, it's a little puff. So when you start shading, remember that it goes light here, it gets a little bit darker here, and then your cheek comes out right there. A normal stream where I get to talk, yeah. And then the nose. Alright, so you got the skull with the eyeball in it. Okay. Got the skull with the eyeball in it. The nose actually turns upwards a little bit. Like it, there's a Michael Jackson look to it, if that helps you remember. Alright, it's not a flat hole, okay? It has a curve to it. Like a pyramid. Like that. And the eyeballs are right here. And then you have a... What's the question? You have 28 teeth plus 4 wisdom teeth. That's always important, even though not really. And then... Can't fucking draw the mandible shape. Ever. I can never get that mandible shape looking right. No, that's true though. Like I think it's the Dragon Ball effect, because you know in Dragon Ball they draw the eyes like this. You know, they got the eyebrow, and they got the like that, and then they got the little whatever underneath, which I think represents the puff, by the way, that I was talking about. Then they always draw it like this. You got all this space right here, right? Oops. What's up, CV? CV says, I think people ask to validate the way one learns to draw. I know I asked when I saw a good artist, but if you're right, it does count. Well, that's the thing. There's not one single way to do everything. So I think it is okay to ask artists, whether you like them or not, to ask them what they like to do or their process or what they think. Give me a second, I gotta refill my brush. Is anyone going to Los Angeles Comic-Con Halloween weekend? Los Angeles Comic-Con Halloween weekend, the Los Angeles Convention Center. Who's going to be there? Is anyone going? Because I'm going to spoil something for you guys right now. Now when I say it, I was holding off on telling you guys because once I say it, then it becomes real. You know what I mean? Like, I've done a lot of artist alleys, and for the most part, it's all kind of the same thing over and over. And I talked about that in my recent vlog. Um, all right, so Los Angeles Comic Con. I am going to be changing up what I'm doing in the artist alley. I'm saying it now, that way you guys can hold me accountable for it later. Motherfucker, instead of just selling my prints, I bought out a giant exhibitor space, which is like 4 times the size of a regular artist alley space. I'm gonna post up some big paper, and I'm gonna do live freestyle right there in at the artist alley. That's what I've been practicing all these freestyles for. That's what it's ultimately all been for, so that I could perform live in front of people. And I'm gonna fucking do it. Halloween weekend, Los Angeles Comic Con. You heard it here. Pew, 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 pew. How much does the question is? How much does human proportion help for comic and manga? You should always learn human proportions. No matter what the fuck you're gonna do, you should at least learn it. And then, thing is, you could learn it, and then you could expand on it. You could exaggerate it. So, here, let's do a little something out of my favorite book. Oh, I got ink on my hands. No, yeah, that's what the freestyles have all been leading towards. That is the reason I started doing those a few months ago. That's why I do it every live stream. Anyone could... The reason I don't live stream putting down pencil and then inking it and then coloring it is because you guys already know I could do that. Like, you guys have seen my Copic marker drawings. They're fucking fire. Like, they're super cool. Like, they're really good. I'm not gonna lie. But it's boring because I've already done that. That's why I don't do it anymore. That's why when I go straight ink on these freestyles, it's hard. And that's what I wanted to learn how to do, and that's what everything has been building up towards. And LA Comic Con, I'm gonna see if I can fucking do it, right? So 5 planes. Ah, strawberry. Just letting you know. Thanks, Ian. Yeah. Anyway, in regards to that question about how helpful is it to know your proportions, I guarantee you every animator who works in whether it's like anime or Disney, I guarantee you they're very, very good with realistic proportions. Just you know that, like, why are you asking? You know how that it's useful. You know that you should. Anyway, I'm a little out of it today. I have a fever. Come on. You really want to meet me at a con and talk with you, then buy a large, or then buy a league print. What? Oh, what brush pens do I recommend? My favorite brush pens, honestly, are I will type it. I don't know if these are considered brush pens. I'm typing it in the chat. There you go. Ah, alright, alright, alright. Check the Twitch chat. A Leafeon? I'm so over drawing Pokemon. You guys gotta give me a break from that. You guys want to see me draw a Leafeon? I got a video where I drew a Leafeon. Whoops. I'm so over drawing Pokemon. You guys gotta give me a break from that. Whoops. Why you don't work on commissions? Oh, why don't I do as many commissions as I do conventions? The simple answer is I just don't get a lot of commissions these days. I mean, I still get them, but nowhere near the amount that I used to. Like, back in the day when I started, I had, like, 4 commissions, like, a day. Like, I was just like, what the fuck? But now I'm just, I don't know, I just don't get them anymore. And you know what? That's kind of my fault, because I'm not really promoting that. I honestly, as much as the money would be nice, I make enough at these conventions where I can kind of just use the weekdays to work on my own projects, because I kind of, like, I'll take them because I want that money, but I'm not going to go out like, hire me because I need... What type of proportion work is this? Oh, nothing. This is me just dicking around. So we drawing dicks? I mean, I don't have a problem with drawing dicks, as you guys saw in my... If you guys watch my sketchbook videos, like, legitimately, like, 20% of everything I draw is basically just a giant penis. It's just, I don't want YouTube and, like, maybe Twitch. I think Twitch is better about it, though, but I don't need YouTube getting on my fucking ass about it. Everything is a time sink. It doesn't matter. I just if I just don't get commissions as much as I used to. Like people just don't. I don't know. They don't want to hire me, or they just. I don't really promote that I'm available for commissions. Like I will sometimes, just because I'm like, oh, I should, because I should be responsible. But I honestly, I just don't get a lot of them anymore. But you know what? The cool thing is the commissions that I do get these days are really big. Like I don't get like a lot of personal little baby commissions anymore. Like I don't get like little $100 commissions anymore. Unless I'm at sometimes I'm at a convention. But like when I'm at home, it's usually much bigger projects that I'll get. But they're very far and few between, which is fine. In the beginning of August, I saw you at SF at like this poster event at a mall. Oh, that was probably in San Francisco. Yeah, the San Francisco Mini Art Mart in Japantown. Yeah, I was there. What pen am I using? Nobody's mispressed the dislike button yet. You wait. I am using the Tombow. It's a calligraphy pen. It's from Tombow, even though that's one word. Can you see it? Do you know what you're going to be drawing live at the LA Comic Con? No. I should probably figure that out sometime beforehand. Yeah, I think getting bigger projects is definitely better. Yeah, I've heard that some people mistake the like button as another like. So for LA Comic Con, I don't know what I'm going to draw yet, but that's the plan. Another hard thing about that show is going to be I need to hire someone to help me sell. I have a few people in mind, but nothing concrete yet. Because while I'm drawing, I need someone who could make sales for me. So, I mean, it's going to be a big investment. It's going to be risky. But one of the reasons I made those big, like the big Pokemon in the big league, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, those big projects almost make me bulletproof at conventions. Like, the reason I always profit at conventions is because I can always rely on my Pokemon drawing or my League drawing or my Overwatch drawing to pull me through with sales. And, like, that's why I made them. or that's why well, now that's why I made them. I think the Pokemon one was the only one that I had a genuine, like, completely non-cynical reason of doing it. What's up, Sneaky Paragon? Bastard. So for those of you who don't know, I'm in both the YouTube and the Twitch chat right now. So if I answer something that you like doesn't make any sense, it's because I'm looking at the other chat. Sneaky Paragon, are you going to be going to LA Comic Con? Am I going to be at... Is this guy swimming? Sure. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Am I going to be at Anime Expo next year? I will be. If you're worried about someone handling sales, get someone you trust, then you can do... Yeah. No, I have people that I trust. I just can't... the people that I trust, they work real jobs. Like, they have full-time jobs, so I have to make sure that, like, they can get that time off. And then because they have to take time off, I do have to compensate them. So I have to pay someone properly to do that job, and that's like a big combination of things that have to work out really well. So I'm taking a big risk at LA Comic Con by doing this. But come on, chat. Keeps disappearing on me. So the question is, when you do foreshortening, do you just feel it? Because there's no real exact measurement? Yeah, I'm just doing whatever I feel like. Like, I just eyeballing it. I am not so obsessed with perfection anymore. I just want to know that I understand what's going on with my drawing. Because once I understand it and then you kind of dick around with it, you could still make it look good. So the idea is, when you're selling a drawing... You want, like, you don't have to draw every, like, if you're drawing a Jeep, okay, like, let's say you're going to draw a Jeep, right? You don't need to know every single part of the Jeep. You just need to draw it well enough and have enough of the elements in it to look like a Jeep, so that when you sell it to the people, by sell, I mean you're showing it to the people looking at your artwork, so that when you sell it to them, they'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's a Jeep. A Jeep has side latches on the hood, you know? So same thing when you're doing people with proportions. It doesn't have to look perfect, but if you can make it look good enough, people will be like, oh, okay, I get what's going on there. People told you that you got dry jokes. Tend to... Oh, shut up. Do you have any advice for new artists to make connections with guys like you and the like without coming off as fake? Okay, so when I get approached by people, usually at conventions, because nobody really pays attention to me online other than you guys, which is whatever. Which I appreciate. No, okay, so when I'm at conventions and people want to hit me up, the thing that will turn me off the quickest is if they don't have a body of work to show. Like, if somebody comes up to me and they're like... If they come up to me and they ask for advice, and they don't have a body of work, I'm like, okay, I get it. And if they come up to me and they're like, you want to collab? And I go on their Instagram, and they've posted, like, 3 weeks apart from each other per post, they're like, their skill level is average at best, or... I don't know, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, they're not showing that they're showing effort into what they're doing. I don't give a fuck about what they have to say. I really don't. That's why when I do my art battles here on YouTube... Oh, shoot. That's why when I do the art battles on YouTube, I will promote that person because they went through the effort of drawing something. Does that make sense? The reason I set up the art battles the way I do is because in order to get that promotion from me, you have to have drawn that piece, and you have to went through the effort of recording it and then sending it to me and then talking to me And if you aren't willing to do those simple steps, then I can't collab with you. So for me, the art battles was a way for me to weed out the people that don't really care. So to me, if you want to get in contact with me or collaborate with me or to get me to care about your work, now this is just me. I'm not talking about everyone. You just have to show that you have a body of work or show that you actually care about what you're doing. Like you have to show that it's some solid effort into what you're doing. Yeah, that's it. That's for me. My next con after LA Comic Con is going to be, fuck, I don't know. I have a giant list of it on my Facebook and my DeviantArt. I have a big list of the conventions that are coming up. I just take it 1 week at a time, quarter mile at a time. I default to a 5 point. Yeah, because it was just like I have to, because if I don't practice it all the time, I won't be able to perform it at will. Oh yeah, I was gonna draw the guy swimming. What do you look like when you're swimming? What does the body look like when it's swimming? There you go. Do you know if Copics on the playmats? Oh, okay. For playmats, I use graffiti fabric markers, so they're markers specifically for fabrics. They hold really well. Now I've tried Copics on them, and it just bleeds real bad. But I think that is something that you can control with enough practice. I did not get enough time to practice with Copics on playmat, but I do think with enough practice you can get that to work. Come on, chat. What the fuck? You were planning to do ZapCon, but they canceled this year. Yeah, registration for tables varies. Usually they go very quickly, even smaller cons. We'll use the back of these paper. We'll use the back of these papers for sketching later. Come on, chat keeps disappearing on me. Okay, after Los Angeles, okay. LA Comic Con and then Lan Diego. Lan Diego is really cool. That's like a little college run event that's better run than a lot of big events. I haven't watched. I haven't started watching My Hero yet. I don't watch a goddamn thing. Like, I don't make time to watch stuff. I'm so bad. Like, and I know, like, I finally watched Wonder Woman. Like, finally. And I know you should like. I pull a lot of inspiration from movies and cinematography. So I, of all people, should be making time to like watch movies and TV shows and anime and shit, but I'm not because I'm bad. What type of paperweight would you recommend for inking? Okay, so what type of paperweight would you recommend for inking? It depends on what you're doing. Specifically with Copic markers, the thicker the paper, the better. Like it'll absorb a bunch of your like I use a 100-pound Bristol paper, and it eats up ink like a motherfucker, but it allows me to blend. Like it, I like it a lot. I think a thinner paper absorbs, like a thinner paper will fall apart, and I can't blend like at least the way I blend because I blend from dark to light. Most people blend from light to dark. I go the other way around. So I'm putting copious amounts of ink on my drawings. Copious amount. Oh my god, this chat is driving me fucking crazy. Oh, am I ever gonna upload that Copic video? Okay, I was talking about that the other day, um, where I've recorded a lot of tutorials in my time, and I've uploaded 0 of them because I'll let it sit and stew for a little bit, and I'll go back and watch it, and then I don't know, it's just me mumbling in monotone, swearing a lot, and I don't know. I'm just not good at like you guys can tell I'm not good at producing information. Like it's okay in the streams because I'm just like talking to you guys, you know. But like when I try and record shit, it just doesn't sound right. Like it's not entertaining and it's not. I don't know. Originally, I was gonna publish it last weekend or the weekend before that, but I was like, oh, this is gross. See, I can't talk with a script. Like, I can converse with you guys like a normal human being, like this. But when I have a script in front of me, it's really bad. So I'm better at improv than I am at acting. That is a really good way of looking at it. Yes. I think it's because I think I've gotten used to vlogging, so I'm always just saying what's on my mind. And when I speak my mind and I'm speaking my truth, I don't really have to think about it. I could just talk. Does that make sense? And if I'm reading off of a script, it's kind of like a filter, and it's hard for me. Versus this, I could just be like, fuck shit. I'll say whatever I want. You know what I mean? You ever think about doing a comic book? Yeah. I've had a comic book in my mind for a long time. It's just, it's not a priority right now because there are other things that I need to focus on. Like, I need to actually learn how to draw first. Does that make sense? I need to learn how to draw because it's pointless. I don't know. Like, to me, I think that should take priority. You know, becoming really good at drawing, learning what the fuck I'm doing before I try to make a tutorial. Like, I'm not gonna make an artist. I wouldn't make an artist alley tutorial if I've only done like 3 conventions, right? I might make an artist alley tutorial after I've done 100 of them. In the same way, how I wouldn't make a drawing tutorial unless I was a master at that thing. Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now. I'm just sketching. I'm just sketching and talking to you guys. I don't know. This is off the dome piece right here. Is it a guy or is it a girl? I don't know. Let's turn it into a female. Let's turn it into a female. Yeah, exactly. Like not just my ability to draw. I want to know how to tell a proper story. Like I want to know how to create good character arcs. I want to, you know what I mean? Like a comic. I feel like with so many comic books out there, especially with the rise of being able to publish yourself, I think a few jokes and really good artwork are not enough to make your comic stand out. Like you need a good story. You need really well-rounded, really well-developed characters. It's like a movie, you know. I'm not trying to compare comics to movies because that's not right. But I'm just saying, like the idea of putting that much work into it. That's what I want my comic to be. Like, why are you gonna waste your time making something that's not extraordinary? You know. So that's where I am with my comic right now. Um, if you compare, if you can, what was that phrase? If you compare comics to movies, no wait. If if you think of a comic only in relation to a movie, then the best they'll ever be are movies that don't move. Some shit like that. Am I going to Miami? Miami. No, I'm going. I'm going to. I'm going somewhere in Florida. Um, in December. I can't remember where. It's where Disneyland is. Where's Disneyland? That's where I'm going. Where do I go for my conventions? Anywhere where I feel like I can make money. But for the most part, they're all in California. Just because there's such a high quantity of them here. Alright, guys. See ya. Yeah, then I'll be in Orlando then. It's 2:30 where I am. So if you guys have any last minute questions, go ahead and throw them my way. See if I can answer some questions for you before I head out. I know this stream was a little weird, but I don't have any energy in me to like do anything serious right now. Just sketching is how I relax. So this doubled as me like getting a video because I need to upload every day. So I was like, well, I'm gonna sketch to relax. I'm gonna hang out with you guys, and I'm gonna use it as my YouTube video for the day. So, got him, got him. See ya, Ian. What kind of fiction do I like? I don't have any specific ones that I do and don't like. It's just as long as the story is good, that's what I like. Because I essentially like everything, but it has to be told well for me to really care. When are you planning to do your next sketch stream? Alright, Dread. My next live stream will be tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna do. It'll probably be a freestyle tomorrow, so I can just get some more practice in. Like this was fun, but with LA around the corner, I really need to ramp it up and really learn how to draw before I do anything crazy like LA Comic Con. So you guys heard it here. You can hold me accountable if I fuck it up. I'll be vlogging the whole thing, so if I fuck it up, you guys will be the first ones to... Well, not the first ones. The people there who see me mess up will be the first ones to know. But I'll straight up tell you guys whether it goes... if it goes well or not. Does the follower size determine who you do a video with? No. You don't really watch my vlogs? Alright. Does the follower size determine who you do a video with? No. I will do a video with anyone who shows that they have a good body of work. Somebody who shows that they're willing to work. As you see, a lot of the people who I do the art battle with, most of them have under 1,000 subscribers. But a lot of them have proven that they want to work, so... It's just whatever, just show that you want to work. Show me you want to work and I'll work with you. Probably. Maybe. Alright guys, is that it for questions? Because I got to go. And I'm going to be taking some Dayquil right now. So I'm going to be high. High. Oh shit. Okay, guys, this was a lot of fun. I will see you tomorrow for another live stream. Bye.